Standing in the Yosemite Valley, the majesty of God and His power and creativity just screams out. It's something that is undeniable. But many of us do deny it, actually. You know, we call that to be agnostic or be atheist, is to just deny that God exists or not. I can't be sure. But what we're really doing is we're putting ourselves in God's place. And we're saying, well, if God doesn't fit my moral code or my definition of what should have authority over me, then He can't exist. Well, that's actually called sin. Most of us think about sin as being like murder or maybe adultery, some kind of moral crime against humanity. But actually sin is when you take yourself and you say, I know better than God. Therefore, what I think will replace God's thinking and replace God. Search yourself. Are you in that place where you say, I know better than God? I know better than God who created all this and has the power to move these mountains? I bet you never thought of it like that before. Yeah? Sure, murder is sin. The reason why murder is sin is because murder goes against the moral definition of what God says is the right way to treat your fellow humans. So think about that. Are you going against God's moral definitions by reinventing God or saying He doesn't exist based on what you believe is right and wrong? That's kind of like elevating yourself to be above God. Humanity, we're created in God's image, but we're created to be humble towards God and submissive towards God. And that's the problem. We don't want to have an authority figure over us. Do you want to have someone to have authority over you? Does your Creator have authority over you? Not on my life. He won't. Well, that's actually sin. So I'm going to encourage you, even though you may hate what I'm saying right now, get a Bible out. It's God's Word, and start to read about God and find out who He is. And find out how come He loves you so much that even though He knows that you deny Him and might hate Him, has sent His Son Jesus to be a propitiation for His anger against sin, specifically your sin. Check it out. Think about what I'm saying. DoTheTrue.com for more information.